Welcome back to the Myth series in depth. This mission is one of the coolest missions in the game. Not only do we get to control Ulrich, but he absolutely tears Soulblighter's army to shreds, but there are also some AI units on this map that we will fight the battle with us. This gives the feel of a very large battle. Definitely one of the coolest missions in the game. Here is the journal for this mission.
Saturday, April 25th, the foot of Tharsis. The tales of Ulrich's swordsmanship cannot begin to describe what I have just witnessed. He possesses the sword Balmung, and wields it with such skill that the magics contained therein spring forth to strike his enemies down. In this man, Soulblighter has truly met his match. The whole of the Legion has been steeling itself for this, a final confrontation with Soulblighter. He is cornered and desperate, making the fight that much more terrible. We engaged his main force 2 days ago, and have been pushing it back toward the cloud spine ever since. Our casualties number nearly half of our force, but it is certain that we have inflicted far greater damage than we received. We have Soulblighter's army caught between the cloud spine, the Ire River, and Tharsis, the legendary forge of the Trowel. With the Deceiver in possession of part of his being, Soulblighter no longer has the ability to escape. We will succeed, for to falter now would be to betray those who have gone before us.
There is a journal image with Ulrich showing off his swordsmanship and powerful sword, Balmung. Remember, we retrieved the Balmung sword in the Ibis Crown mission within the Mausoleum of the Cath Brood. There is a journal showing Soulblighter and his forces making a stand against the Legion. The Legion has been pushing Soulblighter back towards the Cloud Spine over the last 2 days. The battle started at the same time as the Wall mission, where we defended the dam from Soulblighter's forces. Nearly half the Legion forces are dead at this point, but that isn't much to worry about since Soulblighter's forces have taken heavier casualties. The Legion still needs to be careful because Soulblighter is quite powerful and will likely have some tricks up his sleeve. The last journal image shows the volcano Tharsis. Soulblighter is trapped against Tharsis with nowhere to run. He can't just turn into a group of crows like he usually does, since the Deceiver captured one of the crows. The journal mentions that Tharsis is a legendary forge of the Trowel. In Myth 3, the Wolf Age, the Trowel were never near Tharsis that I know of, so this must be even more ancient than that. There is a new enemy unit in the mission called the Mahur. Technically, we have seen the Mahur before in the mission Gonan's Bridge, but this was more of a secret at that point, so I didn't go in depth about them at that time. The Mahur are a very strange unit in the world of Myth, and they don't appear in the game until now, when we are fighting Soulblighter near and what will be within Tharsis. They are invisible until your units are close to them, with the exception of the black shadow that follows them around. They are almost like ghosts or a similar evil presence, as they basically make the air around them turn into darkness. The Mahur have the ability to cast a darkness stream that will send a shadow across the landscape at your units that will cause the units that it hits to be temporarily frozen. It is unclear how exactly the darkness paralyzes units. After casting the darkness stream at a range, they will charge in and use a sort of death touch that will freeze and slowly damage a single unit, rendering them unable to move until the Mahur stops attacking or is killed. For this reason, attacking a Mahur one-on-one is foolish. I guess you could say that you need a friend to help the darkness from overtaking you. The interesting thing is that there were some flavor texts within Myth the Fallen Lords for the Mahur, even though they did not actually appear within the game. The Mahur don't usually speak, but they are capable of speaking. This first flavor text from Myth the Fallen Lords and Myth 2 Soulblighter tells us about what it is like to hear the Mahur speak. An obsidian knife screamed in a tongue he understood not, its words violent, clear, and distinct, tearing his breast and pulling him toward the dark thing which had risen from the shadow. These next two flavor texts tell us what happens to those who die at the hands of a Maher. What we pulled back was less a corpse than it was a carcass. The barest ribbons of flesh clung to his ribs and spine. Though he couldn't have been dead more than an hour, his corpse resembled a centuries-old mummy, and it crumbled like dry leaves at a touch. The names of the Maher within the game tend to be fairly dark. Here are some examples. Deeper shadow on a waning moon, vile oaths and scorned supplication, quiet whispers from open graves, serene death stalking. There is some more information in GURPS on the Maher, but I won't discuss that since I don't like using that source as canon for the games. Now let's jump into the mission. Soulblighter is across the river. Kill him. Play co-op with your friends and have even more fun killing him. This mission was... I'll tell you more about this co-op thing after the mission. I won't... we don't need to talk about it now. So you'll see when we start the mission, we have some units on the left and the right. We got some... This group has a bunch of Huron guards and berserks and bowmen. This group has pretty much the exact same thing. Except for the bowmen are in the back and this one, and the bowmen on front this one. It's also a lone berserk, which I actually didn't notice that before. But anyways, you look at them, you'll see some of them have veterancy. So some of these units are veterans, you know? And you know, some of the ones we get aren't veterans, which is kind of bullcrap. Like, why wouldn't we get all the veterans? Why do they get them? that's some bullcrap if you ask me. So, I don't know if it matters that much. We want to try to save as many of them as we can, but we're not gonna go for no casualties with them all. I'm gonna get my group set up. And I'm gonna bring these bowmen over. They're gonna kind of help keep this group alive. We're gonna try to keep as many of these our allies alive as we can. Let's save this real quick. Okay, so we're gonna have lots of Mercuridia coming down here, and then there's some fetch on the other shore. We're gonna try to kill all the fetch, protect our men. The fetch are really what's gonna kill our friends' groups. So as long as we can kill most of the fetch and protect them from blasting them away, we'll be good. But because all these McCready come down here, what I like to do is I'd like to offset my units back here, like right here, so that way they kind of come along the angle of the more grouped together, because if they're all over the place, it's harder for Ulrich to kill them. And you'll see Ulrich's attack is so strong that he can easily kill a very large amount of McCready. If we bring our units too far over, some McCready will start pouring in this way, and so we want to put them like right here, like not too far over. These bowmen are going to come over here, so you can kind of see our kind of setup. So I guess there is a berserk out here. I guess he's kind of supposed to be like their patrol or something. I guess I don't know. We had one forward too, I guess. So you can see the McCurdy coming. So watch him. He just completely decimates them. So sometimes when he attacks, I don't know if it's like every other attack or something, he gets kind of a lightning bolt. I kind of want him to get across the river as fast as possible. Some of them can it across, as long as they're not a big group. That's fine because our dwarves can take them out. You can see we can come over here and get these guys, and then they'll kind of kill the fetch for us with the lightning. Some of these guys will probably kind of turn around and come back once I kill some of these guys. This is kind of some weird AI going on. save it real quick because they got a lot of guys coming.
Oh yeah.
One of the bowmen died from that white. That's pathetic. Okay, we're gonna send our Ulrich this way. He's gonna try to take care of the fetch, help with the fetch that come over here. And then our bowmen are gonna try to take care of these fetch up here. Actually, you guys just take care of him. You can take care of that guy. Don't let him shoot lightning. Come on. Thank you. Okay, that was worried. I'm gonna save that real quick then. Perfect. Okay. So we saved a big chunk of them. I don't think these guys lost anybody. You can see... Well, they killed a bunch of Thrall. Didn't really use anything from Thrall. We'll protect them from these fetch. This group didn't like use anybody too. I think they lost like... They lost an archer, I know. It's kind of stupid for them to like not even notice that fetch. So we want to take care of this fetch before he causes problems. But I want to cut him off before he gets to the group, so... Okay, we're gonna take care of this fetch, and then we're gonna deal with the thrall that is in this water. There's some thrall that haven't come out of these deep waters yet. You can see how many kills Ulrich has already, 44. Okay, so to deal with these, really these the thrall in here are not a big deal, but what we're gonna do, you stop. We're just gonna run our melee units across, and they'll come out, and then we can kill them with Ulrich really easy. Get Ulrich some more kills. This is it's just nice to kill these guys because sometimes you bring them out accidentally. When we're going across the beach. So I'd just rather take care of them so that way you don't gotta...
I'm moving. Let's go, I'm moving.
Okay, we don't want Ulrich to attack because the lightning might go and attack these guys. That's why I'm waiting for them to get away. So there is some friendly fire to his attack for sure. So now there shouldn't be more thrall in the water, so we don't have to worry about that. So we're gonna bring all our units to this end of the beach. Because there's pretty much Mercuria all along up here. There's several groups of Mercuria and Soulblighters around here or something, you know, with his Mercuria. And once we get to a certain point up here, there's going to be a dialogue that initiates. Like anywhere along the beach, there's like a line across. If we cross that line with Ulrich, it'll initiate the cutscene, and you go and talk to Ulrich or Soulblighter, and then all the Mercuria will come at us. So what I want to do is I want to cheese the game and kill the Mercuria at this end. They're up here somewhere. Let's see if we can find them. There they are. So somewhere around here, Soulblighter will come down. We're gonna place our satchel charges here. Actually, I think I might have placed these too far down, actually. Let's put this next row up there. This last row. I'll probably even place some closer. The main reason I want to do that, you'll see why I want to do this. I don't want to, I put them too far down, I think, though. I think it's going to be easier if I put them in too. And maybe it's fine, I don't know, but... Okay. Okay, so all these, we're going to get all these Mercuria to come down and blow them to smithereens with our doors. Now, to get them to come, if you come up too far up this beach, Soulblighter will come down. So what we're going to do is we're going to shoot this guy.
Got it. Right away.
There's Soulblighter.
Got it.
We're going to kind of cheese the game like this. So we want to get this, we want to get this Mercuria down to red health where he goes angry and then have him hit one of his friends.
All right.
But because we don't actually have our veterans,
all right. Got it. All right.
Let's speed up so Soulblighter can get down there somewhere. There we go.
All right. Moving. Right away. Got it.
Okay, so we got him down to a little bit over halfway.
All right. Moving.
And sometimes they won't charge after one guy dies, because he won't get like an attack back at him before his friends kill him.
Got it. Moving. Got it.
There's something about like a melee unit hitting one of them that causes them to charge you fully.
All right.
Okay, I'm thinking it's one more hit before he goes crazy, so we're gonna save it here because we want him to charge. Okay, so we got everybody ready. Save it. Actually, we want Ulrich back because we don't want him to really get involved here. So we'll see, because we don't know. Hopefully he does it the first time. Well, that guy's a horrible aim. This would be so much easier if I had a veteran here, right? Instead of like, you know, maybe one of my other guys is a veteran, that would have been better to use him.
Moving.
Yeah, here they go. So they're not going to charge every time. I'll save it as a new save just in case. They're not going to charge every time, but, you know, so you might have to try this a few times.
Ready. All right. Got it.
Nice. So that worked out well. So that will keep all our veterans down here from dying. You know, some of them might still die, but you know, like here's this. I mean, there's some solid units down here. Like, how come
Yeah.
whoever programmed this? Why did they make them go down there?
Let's go.
That's annoying.
Let's go. I'm moving. I'm moving.
Yeah, they got more veterans than I did. Anyways, it's not a big deal. It's just one of my annoying things about this level. So now, I think you can kind of cheat some other groups of McCready on here, but that's the main one. And I already lost on my satchels, and you can actually get Ulrich, if you position Ulrich just right, you can actually get an archer to be able to run back and then hit the Mercuria just outside of the range to initiate the cutscene, and use Ulrich to kill all these Mercuria. The problem is, with the archer running away, he's kind of slow, so the Mercuria start to catch up. So trying to hit him without the lightning bolt coming back and killing your archer is kind of tricky. So I've done it though, but it doesn't seem worth it. So he's gonna come and have a chat with Soulblighter.
Is this all you have left of your pitiful army, Ulrich?
It is more than enough to deal with the likes of you.
Yeah, not much for a chat right now. We want Ulrich to kill as many of these as we can.
God damn your eyes!
Over. Stand clear.
So I'm trying to protect this force from getting themselves killed. Ulrich's kind of low on health. The one thing you gotta worry about is whether this. Okay. Okay, we want to heal him quickly. Kind of wanted him to be ahead though, so.
Over here! Yeah.
So we'll keep Ulrich marching forward, and we'll send this one here on guard to heal him. We should probably actually send another one. Let's just come back and heal him real quick. Actually, I don't think a second heal even does it. Oh, it does. I think it went up. Maybe I'm crazy. I want to get these guys up ahead. We need Ulrich to get ahead so he can save our fellow soldiers from dying. You know, I think we're actually doing way better than I thought we'd do, because I think we only lost one bowman. Well, no, they lost some berserks. Did some of them? Oh, they did end up fighting some Mercuria down here, it looks like. Some of them came down here. So they lost some berserks over here. I don't think they lost any bowmen. They did lose one bowman over here, I know for sure. So that is working out way better than I expected. I'm actually worried about hitting them right now, so we're just gonna send. No, you go forward. We're gonna send him at these Mercuria up here, because I don't want to blast away my own units. They got enough berserks that they can deal with the goals. No, they're gonna blast my own units. Let's see if we can get this guy farther ahead. Because I kind of had him come back a little bit, so we're just gonna send him up. He probably is just. We're just gonna have him ignore these goals, because normally I have Ulrich quite a bit farther ahead because I want to heal him and slow him down, and these guys really didn't get in the battle back here, so they're farther ahead than usual, you know, so some of my spacing is kind of wrong, and I don't really want to just kill all my own units. So I'm going to let them take care of the goals and just run by. Can't slow down for them. I'm not even going to help them with my as long as we can get rid of these McCurdy up here without losing a bunch of guys. Okay, he needs to go take care of these mercs up here.
Step aside.
Okay, very good. So now all we got up here is some Maher. We're gonna... You gotta heal. We want to set a heal for Ulrich, because all we need Ulrich for now is the final battle with Soulblighter.
I'm moving. Over here. Yeah.
There's just some Maher up here that we gotta deal with. You really don't... You can use the... If you want, you can use... Like, here's this Maher. Let's heal this one berserk. I kind of let him get hurt.
Yeah. Let's go.
We're just gonna leave our dwarves and stuff behind. So we lost a few more berserks in our groups, but they're doing pretty well. They didn't lose a lot. Considering it's on legendary difficulty and I'm playing it live, I am very happy. Now here's Soulblighter. It's kind of hard to click on him on these Mahers.
So, Ulrich, once again you sacrifice loyal men to increase your own glory.
What do you know of loyalty? The way you say it, it is only a word. You will never succeed.
You will never.
So I'm trying to protect Ulrich from getting attacked by the Maher. Oh,
Casualty.
dang it. Sent him a little too close. Wait, it's been a while since I saved it. I'm sorry, guys. I did not mean to do that. I thought I could have sworn I saved it after this. Well, we'll do it again. This time, since these guys don't have a lot of melee over here, we're gonna help protect that side. In case some Recruitio want to come over here. Oh no, I sent him back. No. Don't hit me with these stupid archers. I'm afraid to attack him with Ulrich because he's probably gonna. Hey, you guys come finish him off for me. Okay, save it. Don't be an idiot. Save it. Save the damn game. And then we're just gonna leave our dwarves and archers back here. We really don't need them. And we're gonna have these guys take care of these mahers. Like I'm like clicking on them, you see? That's what's annoying. Like I'm like clicking on them and I can't select them. Kind of keep my guys spread out, because if they use the darkness dream,
So, Ulrich, once again you sacrifice loyal men to increase your own glory.
What do you know of loyalty? The way you say it, it is only a word. You will never succeed.
You will never stop me.
you have a heal. Heal our poor guy. Who has a heal? Heal this poor berserk right here. You go get Soulblighter. Put an end to this madness.
Let's go. I'm moving. Over here. Yeah.
You see him. Eventually his weapon breaks. And then the mission's over and this guy runs back to his into the volcano. That's it. And then right when you do this, some Maher appear right at the door. Okay, so it counts the casualties of the AI, which is kind of weird. I didn't realize it did that. The windscreen shows Soulblighter fleeing into Tharsis. The Legion forces is not far behind. What could Soulblighter hope to accomplish by going into the volcano? The scar on Soulblighter's chest looks a lot like a question mark in this image, which is kind of funny. The lost screen shows Soulblighter standing over Ulrich's dead corpse. If Ulrich was to fail, then there would be nothing to stop Soulblighter from wreaking havoc on the world of myth. In this mission, we cannot heal Soulblighter to turn him into a flock of crows like we did in the Great Void during the Great War. This makes a lot of sense actually, since the Deceiver has one of Soulblighter's crows. I tried to find a way to defeat the Soulblighter, but it seems that this is actually impossible. Well, there is one way that I think might work that I'll explain in a minute. You can actually surround Soulblighter with melee units when he is dead set on attacking Ulrich and whack away at him, but it turns out he's invincible to their attacks. You can even get him running into the mountain edge and continually attack him with dwarves, but he is also immune to their grenades. Even after fighting Ulrich, your units cannot damage him. Once Ulrich finishes his battle with Soulblighter, you will notice that Ulrich's sword falls to the ground. It seems that Soulblighter somehow broke Ulrich's sword in order to make a run for it. This is actually kind of funny, because this gives Soulblighter a chance to kill Ulrich and none of our forces could even hurt him. I guess this sort of strange thing can happen sometimes if we read too much into the map scripting. Once Ulrich beats Soulblighter, there is a certain amount of time that will elapse before the mission ends. This means that if they battle far away from the cave, the mission will end way before Soulblighter reaches the cave. Now, there is one way I think you might be able to defeat Soulblighter on the beach before Ulrich has a conversation with him. If you lure Soulblighter along the beach, sometimes you can get him to come close enough for Ulrich to get a hit on him without getting close enough to initiate the dialogue. I managed to hit him once or twice, but I didn't find a way to get it to be a repeatable thing, and it is a major pain since Soulblighter is so much faster than Ulrich, and there is no clear line that you cannot cross. I would be interested to see if any of you want to try this and find out if Ulrich can kill Soulblighter here, but I decided not to take the time to figure out what would happen. If you look within the tag files, you will find the first couple lines of scripting for the mission tell us that this mission scripting was made by David Bowman, but there is some co-op scripting that was being done by Ghost, who was a member of Project Magma. Bungie had some coding in the game so that it could be played co-op and allow you to control the AI units. However, this coding was incomplete and was set to be inactive. In one of the Project Magma patches, Ghost completed this scripting so that if you play the mission co-op, your friends can control some of the AI units. From what I understand, this coding is still in the current build of the game, but was set to inactive because people were complaining about this modification to the level. Well, that is it for this mission. We will finish up Soulblighter with the next mission, The Forge. Don't worry though, because I'm continuing the game with Myth 3 The Wolf Age. Part of me is excited about playing Myth 3 again, and part of me thinks I might be opening a can of worms. I am sure whatever happens, you guys will enjoy it regardless. See you at The Forge.